Welcome to the second Before My Baby Q&A series. My name is Annika and I'm the founder of Before My Baby and the moderator for this panel. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Tonight's topic is one that all of us deal with, and that is fear. And we have a powerhouse panel of women with us tonight, who I'm going to go ahead and get into introducing to you right now. Starting off with Dr. Kamilla next to us. Dr. Kamilla Holst is Hong Kong's premier pregnancy chiropractor and also women's wellness chiropractor. She's also a women's empowerment coach, and she just authored her very first book titled The Fear Bucket List. This is actually available on Amazon, and 100% of proceeds go to charity. Welcome, Kamilla.
Thank you, Annika. Lovely to be here.
And next we have Sonia Samtani. Sonia is the owner of the All About You Wellness Center, where we are this evening, as well as Sonia Samtani Limited. Sonia is a hypnotherapy trainer, a keynote speaker, and an image consultant. Welcome, Sonia.
Thank you, Annika.
And next we have Liz Purnell-Webb. Liz is a certified doula, a childbirth educator, and was the very first placenta encapsulation specialist in Hong Kong. And Liz currently owns and runs A Mother's Touch Asia, and she is traveling around and certifying women and men?
Yes.
To be doulas.
Yes.
Yes.
Men as well.
Okay, well, thank you for being here with us tonight, ladies.
It's wonderful to be here, thanks.
In your expert opinion, how much does fear influence our lives? Kamilla, would you like to start us off with that one? Question.
I would love to. So I believe it affects us a lot, and I believe it affects every human being on Earth, and especially every time we turn on our TV, then there's stories about disaster and destruction and death. So just doing that creates fear. But it's a natural feeling. And I do believe that it all depends on how much you let fear limit you. That's what separates you from falling into the trap of letting it control your life. So that's what successful people do. They don't let it limit them. They try and face it.
Fear is often acknowledged as an opportunity in our lives. Do you believe this to be true, and why?
Yes, I do believe that to be true, and not just fear. I think many things that we feel that are uncomfortable is an opportunity in our lives. So my belief is like the opposite of fear is faith, because if you have faith in something, at that moment there is no fear. So every time we are faced with fear, there's an opportunity for us to learn to trust. And to what extent we learn that lesson and take that opportunity, it's up to us. And it doesn't mean that if we learn to trust one area that that's all pervasive, because it's not. So we could learn to trust our spouse, and then there's fear in something else, and then we learn to trust our bodies, and then there's fear in something else, and we learn to trust ourselves. The ultimate thing is to learn to trust life. And it still doesn't mean that fear is not going to be there, because I feel like it's one of the primal emotions that we have. Fear, sadness, and anger will be there no matter what. So we keep learning that and keep learning to trust.
Are you aware of any evidence in how fear physiologically affects the body? Liz, do you want to answer that question?
Yeah, sure. As I said before, fear is there to help us to survive. And the body releases, so fear is an emotion. The body has a physiological response, which is releasing things like adrenaline and cortisol. They have a way of diverting the blood, etc., and getting you ready to do the fight-flight, to preserve yourself. But and like we're talking about earlier on, when you face your fear and you go through, that's exactly what it's about. It's about giving you the ability, this physiological response, the hormones release, to give you the ability to do that. However, if we don't allow ourselves to come back down to a normal state, that has huge effects upon us physically as well, long-term effects. So yeah, fight and flight, it's been with us forever.
Yeah. They say it's the oldest part
it's
of the brain.
It's the oldest part of the brain.
The reptilian brain hasn't
Yes,
developed.
That's right,
since,
that's right, yeah.
It's still the same. which is kind of interesting when we developed in so many other areas.
Yeah.
But we haven't developed that.
Yeah.
No.
It was survival before, and now it's perceived survival.
That's
Yeah,
right.
because
And that can be anything. Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
You don't have to run away from a saber-toothed tiger,
No.
so
No.
you just convert it into worry and anxiety
Exactly.
about little shit that doesn't matter.
Exactly, but you know the pressure we live live under. You know, the boss, the work, the deadlines, the this, the that, distractions. All of these things have escalated in our lives, where we do live on a, you know, an element of fear,
Yeah.
anxiety, whatever you want to call it, still has the same reaction.